This is why wrestling is so important in one-on-one street fight confrontations. You're going to have a watch. We're going to react to this video. Fuck me. Motherfuckers got wrestling for days. Okay, so the first thing you see is the kid pushing the other kid. They're already face to face. So there was obviously a check-in process before that. We were looking at each other up and down. Then they got verbal. They got closer. And now at this close range, it's going to kick off. It's already a little bit too late. The situation should be well diffused by this stage, okay? If you don't want a confrontation, but your ego's going to get in the way. So as you see, as the guy gets pushed, he takes off his backpack. The right thing to do, last thing you want to do is fucking fight with a backpack, you cunt. Last thing you want to do is have something strapped to your back to stop you from moving if a fight does kick off. The kid in the hoodie stepping back out of range, making distance, trying to draw the opponent on. Right idea. Making space is always a good idea. Both guys just swinging. There is no skill there whatsoever. That's why it's important to be able to box. However, the other kid reads the timing of the other guy and ducks under and gets an entry. Do a double leg. Can he finish it? Great lift, but he throws the kid. He doesn't follow him down to the ground. You always want to follow someone down to the ground. Now, this is where your landing is important, because if it's on concrete, you want to make sure you don't fucking land on your own head and knock yourself out. So as you can see, the other kid got up straight away, bounced up straight away. As you should, if anyone takes you down, you want to imagine you have a spring in your arse. You want to bounce straight up right away. You don't want to be on your back for long, especially on the street. One-on-one is fine. That's you know, you can deal with it a little bit with jiu-jitsu. Not advisable. I'd advise you get up still, but it's a little bit safer. If it's multiple opponents, you're dead. So we can't really see the camera angle, but it looks like there's another double leg entry. And he finishes it. And throws him down again. Beautiful double leg. This kid has obviously wrestled or did MMA. Now, as you can see, he doesn't solidify the takedown once again. Solidify the fucking takedown, lads. You take someone down, solidify. Do not give him a chance to get up, because it is an advantage to be on top on the ground. Ground and pound's easier. Transition into submissions. Even if you don't know a submission, you just know yourself. If you can throw a punch from that position, you're in a better position than standing, because they can't move. It's harder to defend. So you can see they're in a clinch fight right here. That's why wrestling is so important. Fight for them underhooks. Trying to get the back. Trying to transition to a leg attack or snapping them down. Lovely dirty boxing inside there. If you see bare knuckle, it's very popular in bare knuckle boxing. It is key. We call that dirty boxing. Grabbing a collar, hitting them uppercuts. So you can see he threw him to the ground with a throw as well. Beautiful stuff. Okay, now he solidifies it with that throw. Beautiful stuff. The cameraman is fucking wandering off with the camera. However. And that is the end of the video, lads. Oh, that kid definitely wrestled. There's not a chance he did not wrestle. If he didn't wrestle, there's something fucking wrong. He definitely 100% wrestled, and I love it. I love it. Listen, wrestling is kind of the sandwich filler. You know, if you can throw hands and kick, punch, knee, elbow, great. And then the other end of the spectrum down here, not that it's any worse, it's just as a sandwich, it's the bottom of the sandwich, is your jiu-jitsu. You know, your grappling, catch wrestling, possibly submission wrestling. Brazilian jiu-jitsu is the main one. How do you transition them? Well, that comes from MMA. MMA transitions them. It's not just wrestling. MMA wrestling. And he has good MMA wrestling. But wrestling in general, being able to shoot a takedown, being able to throw, being able to sweep a leg and take them to the ground. Now, the big advantage of that is because 99% of people do not have any groundwork. And so if they are on their, and even if you don't yourself, if you take them to the ground and you're on top, if you can land punches from that position, they will not have a clue what they're doing if they don't know how to grapple. Even if you don't know how to grapple, if you get on top, you will more than likely win. That's why it's such an advantage, even to someone who doesn't train that much. That's why you've got to be able to wrestle. You have to have an understanding of it. You don't need to be a world champion, but you need to have an understanding of it. Because if you're in a one-on-one confrontation, it nullifies it straight away. Like it will, and it's the safest thing you can do as well. Because if you punch someone and you hit them on the jaw, lovely if you knock them out. Like, beautiful. I love knockouts. Fucking everyone loves a knockout. But if they hit their head in the ground, they're dead. Okay? Wrestling's a bit safer. Yes, if you slam someone on their fucking head, they could die as well. But you have control over that. You can control where their body goes. So it's a little bit safer. Plus, it looks pretty cool to lift someone off the ground, slam them on their back. You're treating them like a child. You're picking another human being up and throwing them and hitting them with the world. That is demoralizing. If you've never been lifted up and slammed on your back before, it is, you see your life flash before your eyes. And luckily it's only been in a gym with padded mats for me, never on concrete. I've done it to people on concrete. That's different. But if you get lifted off the ground, it's horrible. Okay? That's why you gotta wrestle. Here's another thing to consider. You've got to be fit and in shape as well. Listen, you watch that. That is a short video. But let me tell you right now, most people will gas after the first 10 seconds of a confrontation and a fight like that. So you've got to be fit. You've got to be strong. And you've got to be capable. So there you go. Motherfucker got slammed. I'd like to see what happened. If you have any information on what happened in that fight, feel free to comment below. And if you enjoyed the content, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to try and do these daily. I do them on Instagram. If you don't follow me, click the description, you'll see. YouTube are a little bit more strict with the regulations and violent stuff, so I have to blur out some stuff. So if I do, I apologize. Language also, I have to be a little bit more careful, but trying to upload them daily. And if you like it, follow, subscribe, whatever, and I'll see you tomorrow.